Land. So today we're going to continue the challenge that we have on the channel where we're beating every Senkaimon quest only using resurrectable characters. This time, we're going to be tackling the Aaroniero and ESPADA Senkaimon quest. But we're going to take it a step further and beyond. And by that, we're going to be using beyond resurrection characters, but also using the characters based on their ESPADA number. The first stage will use ESPADA number 9, and the final stage will use ESPADA number 1. So first up for stage 1, mission set 1, we are using Aaroniero. The challenge this time around is to only limit our accessories to 3, which is of course very easily done. And to be honest, let me quickly turn off auto. I've been saying this a lot anytime I actually try out the characters, especially the beyond resurrection characters. I would absolutely love for these characters to get remade. I don't know why they don't, because this isn't like a Conflict on World IP. This is a brace or the original design that was just tied in with Conflict on World to kind of long out the collaboration. And what we've seen in the last couple of months, right, is that K-Lab don't want to just do 1000-year Blood War. We started to now get Kubo playable art characters. We've gotten less Blood War banners this year, more seasonals, and we're also getting more Solar Century units. So, you know, maybe to throw in with that, I would love for some Conflict characters once more, but if anything, I would love for all the Beyond Resurrection characters to be remade. You know, once more, I also wouldn't mind if their concept art became playable characters, because in particular, Aaroniero has some really good concept art. If anything, the best part about Aaroniero as a character is they could have done a lot of different things with this design, and the concept art show that. And in the end, I think we got a pretty good, cool looking character too. Really love this design. Completely missed my SA1 there. But in general, I would just love remakes for these characters. And of course, my channel is named after the character. We're not going to get a good Aaroniero ever. He's pretty much just a mid-month unit unless we were to get a remake of his Beyond Resurrection. But either way, stage 1, mission set 1 using ESPADA number 9. Under 1 minute, very easily done. So as we go up in the stages, we're going down in the ESPADA numbers, this case using ESPADA number 8. I guess I don't really have a stage for ESPADA 10 or 0, that being Yami, but I guess if we really needed to, we could kind of swap in Yami to any stage or number. But I do want to strictly keep it to the exact numbers that we are counting down. So in this case, ESPADA 8, Zyapro. Stage should be relatively easy. We are up against Soribus. He has a Sorry per kilo. And we are also getting a 2x strong attack damage roll. So here we go. So it's been a minute. I kind of forgot the resurrections these characters did get. But Zyapro was a pretty good one. I feel like, I believe I remember him getting, maybe it was Aaroniero. I actually can't remember. I think he had like a decent damage buff. But to be fair, it's nowhere near what we are seeing now with the current resurrections, which are actually receiving some pretty decent buffs, to be fair. Would have loved for this character to got like Frenzy 2 or something. But I mean, to be fair, his strong attack kit, look at that. It completely missed with that strong attack too. But again, visually the character looks still great. There we go. We have like one more wave. Let's use the SA3 into the 1, and there we go. Nice and easy. Social shouldn't be that much of an issue. If anything, we might even sub bomb and fully kill him. Here we go. Never mind. That did like no damage. Let's send him back with the 2. And then go into the corner. There we go. So fortunately for us with the vortex effect, it does make it quite easy to dodge the character Soul Bomb. So there we go, nice and easy, especially with that 2x strong attack damage. ESPADA number 8 shield, which then takes us to ESPADA number 7. So in this case, we have to limit ourselves to 1 accessory. In this case, we are using the ESPADA chair at 5-star plus. Unfortunately, we do get a 2x strong attack damage and also a 2x normal attack damage buff, making this stage a lot easier. Which, truth be told, we might actually need because Zamari is not that good of a character. I still remember the day this character got announced and everyone was going crazy because at the time, when a character did get announced, we never knew the strong attacks they had. We didn't have data mines, we didn't have gameplay, and the gameplay would only release like 3 days or 2 days after, a day before the banner. So we would sit here for like 2 days thinking the character had like crazy strong attack gameplay based on the skills because Zamari skill-wise looked great. He had extra flash tips, he had long stride, and truth be told back then, that was all you really needed. But then we saw the gameplay, and he was full of range collision, which again, I've said it multiple times, right? Range collision nowadays is kind of fine because you have like crazy damage outputs, and you have like all these ways to increase your damage output. But back then, like when you only had like Frenzy 1, no Berserker, you really needed good strong attacks. Having range collision did actually hurt quite a bit. In this case, though, we have to clear in under a minute. Can we clear this in under a minute? We have 5 seconds to go. Okay, damage looking decent there. Soul Bomb, really good. Flash step away. Does this kill? Oh, did that count? I saw 59. It did count literally 1 minute. We had no seconds to spare. That might have been one of the more tougher challenges out there. Fortunately, I had worked on the character beforehand. But then again, I was too busy talking that I didn't realize how much time we had left over. So next up, we have ESPADA number 6. Once more, it's the start of a new stage. So we get to use free character links and also free accessories. Now, I'm very fortunate that Grimjow is the ESPADA number 6 because out of all the ESPADA, he is just the one I got the least out of the all Carnfield banners I ever summoned on. So you can see here, clear time-wise, we're not clearing that fast. Then again, compared to stage 2 and 3, or mission set 2 and 3, we don't have any damage multipliers here, increasing our damage output. But Grimjow is also like noticeably weaker compared to most characters on release. Is again, range collision attacks, most of that SA1 kind of ruined him a tad bit. At least on release, right? But I only ever got the character once, so this is like the weakest character of the bunch. If he was ESPADA number 3, it might have been a bit more difficult, because I would have to take him into a stage where I'm limiting my accessories or links even more so, you know? Because again, this is on the slower side, and there's so many waves here. Hold on. Oh, need to make sure not to get hit by that. Another wave, damn. We're still going to clear relatively fast, but we have 2 minutes, so it's fine. Let's just push the enemies back there, and then to take them out. How much damage are we going to do on a summon? Probably not enough, but we do have that SA1, which is good for pushing the enemy back. So I guess not too bad. So we're going to just push them back. Get into the corner. Unfortunately, I took a hit. As long as we don't get paralyzed, we're fine. So I think I might go hit by the soul bomb. But because we were lacerated, we actually didn't get inflicted by a star summon. So that actually helps us out. Maybe that was a strategic play on my behalf. Not really, but we are pushing it. So again, this is probably going to be the slowest stage of the day, but fortunately, he's ESPADA number 6, using him on our 4th mission. So there we go, 1 minute and 26 second clear time. ESPADA number 5 is up next, where we have to limit our accessories, but we are getting a melee damage bonus, which is really good for us. And my Noitor is also max incentive, so let's use our SA2 just to get the boost effect. I'm going to do some really good damage. Maybe not even noticeable, but we do get extra range for like 10 seconds once that boost does activate. So, does it? Oh, no, he has Enhancer now. Does that also increase the boost effect? Or the size of the things behind us? I'm not too sure. I could have sworn he gets extra range. Or visuals change when he actually resurrects. Again, I love them. The thing I love the most about the ESPADAs over the captains is that the ESPADAs, because they were all Hogyku of evolutions, right? They all had like a kind of a theming. They all looked similar enough. So, like, I really love the color scheme all the ESPADA have. And I always loved the yellow and black that Noitor had, you know? When compared to the captains, I actually really also like their designs. But because theirs was all based on their Zanpakuto toe, they all looked completely different. There was no, like, similarity besides the fact they were all, like, referencing their Zanpakuto toes between their original designs, right? Which in a way could be a good thing because they all look different. But all the ESPADAs looked very similar to each other. And I think that was one of the best parts about this collaboration. But regardless, super easily done, 50 seconds remaining. Which then takes us into the final mission set for stage 2. Unfortunately, the additional rule this time around is player stamina ×2, which doesn't really help us out. But we are using 3rd anniversary Aaroniero. Technically, we could cheat and use the newer Aaroniero, the renewed version. Because that technically is the same thing, right? But let's stick to the originals. And by doing that, it also means we are using the oldest character of the bunch, because he was the first unit to come out. But, fortunately, he is an anniversary character. I've max transcended him. There we go. So, like, we're actually going to clear pretty fast. Maybe I can even use my summon here, but I'm pretty confident with the time we have left and the strong attack damage that we should be fine. Guess we might as well use our Nat while we're at it. There we go. Let me just use the SA3. Not the best usage of it. Same with that SA2, but we have 30 seconds to go. 3 strong attacks incoming, and then we also get to use the Soul Bomb on Hachigun. And the Soul Bomb might even get him close enough where he's going to use his Soul Bomb. Let's find out. We'll let the Soul Bomb play out, though. Always loved that Soul Bomb animation, because it kind of made him like he was entering a new universe, like he came from an alternate universe, an alternate reality. So there we go. Let's use our 1. With the barriers, we're able to protect ourselves. There we go. Hachigun goes down. Super easy already. Super easily done once more. End pose for this Aaroniero, though, is a bit awkward, I'm not going to lie. And to be fair, we actually had plenty of time. Again, they made this stage easier. Normally, I'm pretty sure... No, I guess it's always 90 seconds. It's stage 2. I was expecting us to clear, or need to clear in under 1 minute, but we had plenty of time. So we go to our final stretch, ESPADA 3, 2, and also 1. Unfortunately, very coincidental, all 3 characters that we are about to use have a rank killer, and we are up against the rankers. So Halibo, since she is ESPADA number 3, we're going to use her right now. Well, we have to use the 3 character links and also 3 accessories, so once more, shouldn't be too much of an issue, especially with the fact that we do have the rank killer, you know? So this stage has a few traps, but with the barriers, we should be safe. So yeah, very easily done on our first stage. Again, I probably could go ahead and use my Sovereign right now, just to clear this stage a tad bit faster, which, you know, we actually will go ahead and do. There we go, really good damage there. And all we have to do is just do a damage to Charlotte. It is the zombie version, so he does have a bit more range that you would normally, like, not want the boss to have. Dodge that, there we go. And then SA2 provides us the barrier once more, and SA1 takes down Charlotte. Nice and easy, 26 seconds remaining. So for mission set 2, we do pick up normal attack damage times 2, which really doesn't help out Baragon in particular. The additional rule that we do pick up after this is actually killer effect times 5, but obviously when I was initially doing this challenge, or Senkaimon Tower, I didn't, you know, prioritize that instead. I can't change the rule right now because I already selected it when I first did it. Shouldn't matter though, but definitely the killer effect would have been more beneficial here because we aren't using a normal attack damage character. We do, however, have to limit our character link, so have to be a tad bit careful with the strong attacks that we use here. And Baragon, I think, has decent range. Again, I love, this is by far one of my favorite designs in the game. It was unfortunate he was competing against Aaroniero, technically at the time, as my go-to speed character. But man, like, the big coat they gave him, it was such a nice touch because the model looks so good. That's why I would love for it to be remade to see what he looks like now with a new outdated model, because it has been long enough, you know. But yeah, it was definitely a right play because he didn't have that big coat. He would look so weird with, like, just so skinny as a skeleton. Let's be careful here. We don't take any damage. And how much time do we have? 90 seconds. So we should be fine. Almost a minute to go. I guess we do need to... We can use our normal attacks a bit more because that actually does help us out. A little bit. Not too much. Let me just make sure I'm not getting hit by any traps. SA1. And let's go SA3. Pretty good. Probably going to be our slowest stage. We have 30 seconds to go. Should be fine, though. And then let's kill. There we go. So we have a Soul Bomb. And we have a couple of strong attacks to use. But Charlotte is also a tech character. That might be a bit of an issue. Let's just push back. Or Soul Bomb. Then push back. Then we'll flash him out the way. And we go. Lovely. Kind of wanted to play out that Soul Bomb for Baragon. I'm not going to lie. It's a really good Soul Bomb. Oh, cancelled. Did not mean to do that. But there we go. That was lucky. That one was super close. Again, it's kind of a coincidence that some of these characters are working when maybe they shouldn't. But again, if I was to do this next time this tower does come back or the rules reset, it would be better if I picked player killer times 5 because that would have overall allowed us to clear a lot faster. But we did nonetheless clear with 2 character links and also in under 90 seconds. So for our final stage, of course, now we get to use ESPADA. Number 1, this time we should be doing more damage because we have that killer effect times 5. But at the same time, we have to limit our character links. Fortunately, we only have to use 1 character link. Sometimes it's no character links, so at least we get some recharge with this character. And also, Stark's really good. I mean, really good when compared to the other ESPADA that we're currently using. Now, I don't think I gave the character long stride, so definitely could improve that if we do need it, but... Look at that. Damage output for this quest is pretty good. And he also has good strong attacks. So this should allow us to clear relatively easy. Let's use our normal attacks to push them back. SA1, there we go. Oh, does that actually impact us? As long as we stay above a certain threshold, we should be fine. I mean, we lost a bit of, like, what, 20% full stamina? But, I mean, given that we have 30 seconds remaining, we should be fine. Also, our Soul does apply burn. So we get to just go in. Soul Bomb. We'll let this one play out for the final one. Getting really cool Soul Bomb, which is further pushing the idea that we need these characters. Ooh. Let's restart that. But as I was saying, one of the cool things about original characters getting, you know, remakes, right, is that they get a whole new Soul Bomb. New power set. You get, in a way, to learn a bit more about the form itself. I've flashed it. There we go. So now we just got to make sure we don't take any damage or get frozen. Oh, that was close. Luckily for us, the burn traps or statues, freeze statues actually, ended right there. And there we go. We were able to once more continuously beat these stages Senkaimon stages only using resurrectable characters. Again, this one was a bit overdue because I should have done it around 2 or so weeks ago, but I was ill, didn't get time to do it. We now do have access to the no affiliation Senkaimon quest, so we're also going to try that. That one might be a bit more of a struggle because there aren't that many characters, but with this, I also wanted to limit myself and use characters in order of their ESPADA number, counting down as we went up in the stages. So with that said, hope you liked and enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.